Welcome to the empty touring site. We've been shut for about 4 weeks now, but you may be wondering, what are all these caravans behind me doing there? Well, these are seasonal pitches, and these are caravans which are parked here, which are sited here for most of the year. And this is the topic of today's video. What is a seasonal pitch? Two of the most important and electrifying questions. Can I live in a caravan on a seasonal pitch, and how much does it cost? What are advantages and disadvantages of purchasing a seasonal pitch for your touring caravan? And finally, my tips for choosing a seasonal pitch for your caravan. Well, that's the topic of today's video. I hope you find it interesting. If you do, give me a thumbs up and let's dive in. If it's your first time here and you don't know me yet, my name is Kat and I live and work on a caravanning site in the UK, and this is the topic of my channel. So if you haven't done it yet but you're interested in living in a caravan and working on a caravanning site, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell so you will get a notification of all new videos we release. So from here you can see very clearly that pitches on both sides of this road are empty. So these are our touring pitches for visitors, and further in the field we have seasonal caravans which are sited here for most of the year. So what is a seasonal pitch? A seasonal pitch is a plot on a campsite or in a holiday park where you can site your caravan for a season. But mind that a season means different things on different sites. A season could be anything from April till September, or maybe from March till November. It depends on the site. A season doesn't mean a calendar year. So with those pitches, what you do, you bring your caravan here, you site it, and you leave it here, you don't tow it. That's the whole idea of a seasonal pitch. So your seasonal pitch could be a grass pitch or it could be a hard standing pitch. Usually on most of the sites now, each pitch has its own electric meter, its own water tap and drain for grey waste. This is a fully serviced pitch. There are different options with seasonal pitches. You could buy a pitch which enables you to visit your caravan 12 months in a year, or you could buy a pitch for a season and winter storage. So this caravan is covered because it's prepared for winter storage. Now you know what a seasonal pitch is. The second most popular question is, can I live in a touring caravan on a seasonal pitch in a holiday park or on a campsite? The answer is no. These pitches are for holiday use only, which means you can stay in your caravan even if you paid for the whole year, you paid your fees, you can stay in your caravan for up to 4 weeks at any given time. So you cannot stay in your van for more than 28 days. There are other parks in the UK called residential parks, where you could live in a caravan full time and have an address. But these are mostly for static caravans, and different rules apply to those parks, and also different fees, of course higher fees than for holiday use seasonal pitches. Yeah, so the answer is no. You cannot live in a caravan on a seasonal pitch which is for holiday use only. Sorry. Is there a way around it? Yes, getting a job on a campsite or in a holiday park, which requires you being on call 24/7. How much does it cost? How much is a plot where you could site your caravan, hopefully hook it up to the electricity and connect it to water and drains? How much is a seasonal pitch? Well, it depends on where the site is, what are the facilities there, what's the standard, if it's a fully serviced pitch or not, if electricity is included or not, and how long is the season. So many factors really determine the price. The cheapest seasonal pitch I seen this year, 2022, was £800, but you had to pay for each night you stayed per person. So it was more like storage and pay as you go when you visit. Is it a good deal? Depends how many times you want to visit your caravan and how long you want to stay and how many people arrive. Usually a seasonal pitch is about £2,000 to £3,000 a year. There are of course more expensive sites, especially those with swimming pools, restaurants, bars and so on. The more facilities, the more attractive location, the longer the season, the more services included in your fee, the price is higher. So the range is huge. It's worth to shop around when you want to buy a seasonal pitch, because a pitch on a simple farm somewhere in the middle of nowhere will be much cheaper than a popular holiday park on the coast. What are the advantages of having a seasonal pitch? Well, you site your caravan once and it stays there. It could stay there for many years if you want to renew your pitch from year to year. So the biggest advantage and the biggest reason some people buy a seasonal pitch is that you site your caravan and you don't move it yet. You don't tow it anymore. It is like your second home, really. It's like your holiday home, just cheaper. That means that you can set up your awning, you can set up your windbreaks. This is basically your seasonal spot, your permanent spot, and you are at home here. You don't have to move anything. Once you are set up, that's it. You are sorted for the season. So if you are not keen on towing your caravan each time you want to use it, each time you want to go away, you don't mind spending your weekends, holidays and all days off in the same place, a seasonal pitch will work for you. So you pay your fee, you have to buy your seasonal pitch, of course, but then you will save money on your fuel, you will save your car because you will not tow your caravan that much, and you will save a lot of time on setting up. Another advantage of keeping your caravan on a seasonal pitch in a holiday park or on a campsite is security. Those sites usually have some security systems like cameras or electric barriers or staff, wardens living on sites. That means your caravan is never alone, which seems a bit safer than keeping your caravan in a storage or on your driveway. By the way, would you agree that this is the place where most of caravans get nicked from people's driveway? Facebook is full of horrible stories of, lovely caravans being taken from people's front gardens almost. It's really heartbreaking. So let me know, what do you think is safer? What is the safest bet, the safest place for keeping your caravan? And would you consider a seasonal pitch, on site, a good, safe bet? Let me know in the comments. Having your exclusive, private pitch, permanent spot means that you don't have to worry about booking your space in busy periods like August or July, when all sites are booked, all pitches are booked. You have a guaranteed spot. That's not bad, especially for families. Right, so these were the bright sides of having your caravan, keeping your caravan on a seasonal pitch. What are the disadvantages? There are some disadvantages. Probably the biggest one for some would be that you spend all your holidays and all your free time in the same place. Come on, if you spend $1,000 or $3,000 on a pitch in a holiday park or on a campsite, you will not probably go anywhere else on your holiday. So you have to choose your site wisely. It has to be really a place you love. And some of our seasonal customers here, they've been here for 25, 30 years and they keep their caravan in the same spot for many, many years. They love it. But bear it in mind that you may be neighbors with people you wouldn't necessarily choose, with their dogs and children, so it may not be a fairy tale. But I will tell you more about these things when I get to tips. In the final part of this video, I will give you tips on choosing your seasonal pitch. Any other disadvantages? Well, maybe you will let me know what you think are disadvantages of having a seasonal pitch. Let me know in the comments. If you wouldn't like this, why? Let me know. Another disadvantage are extra costs. So quite often you have to pay for extras, such as having a gazebo. Sometimes you have to pay for an awning on some sites, so check it. So when you buy a seasonal pitch, it doesn't mean everything is included, so check the small print because there may be more costs. Right, I hope you are finding this video interesting and that you are still with me, you are still watching. We are getting to the final part, which is my tips and my insider's knowledge when it comes to choosing your seasonal pitch. I think the most important thing to check is the small print, regulations. I already talked about it. Make sure you know how long is the season, how many people can stay in your caravan, for how long, how many dogs you can bring, and so on. Is all electricity included or not? Do you have to pay for water? Do you have to pay for showers? Is there a shower block? Check everything. So whatever paperwork you get from the site, read everything carefully, ask questions, make sure you know what you are buying. Of course, you will have neighbors, so it would be good to know as much about them as possible before you buy. So you could either come to the site and hopefully meet them, talk to them personally. If they are not there, ask the receptionist, ask the staff. I would say that it's important to know how often they stay, because if they are pensioners, they may be there literally most of the time. If it's a busy family, they maybe come in a few times a year, mostly in school holidays. So that depends. Some of our seasonal guests here on this site, they have almost an exclusive corner of the field to themselves because their neighbors are very busy, they don't come a lot, and they are alone in their area for most of the time. Other plots, other areas are very busy, and it depends really. Yeah, this should be my first tip. Before you buy a pitch, think carefully how much you are going to use it, whether you will come a lot or you will come just a few times a year, and do your maths, check if it's worth paying for the whole season, or maybe it's better to stick to touring and pay as you go, pay per night when you stay. On this field we don't have any seasonal pitches, this is all for touring and camping, and it's really peaceful here at the moment. It's not so peaceful in the summer. It would be lovely if you could stay on the site before you buy a seasonal pitch to get a feel of the area, because if that's going to be a place where you spend all your holidays, all your weekends and all your free time with your family, you want to choose wisely. So it's important not only to look at the site but also the surrounding area, make sure everyone will have enough to do, and make sure everyone will be happy with your spot for the season, because as we said earlier, it's not cheap. Right, I hope I answered most of your questions about seasonal pitches. With sites, I think it's intuitive. We fell in love with this particular site the day we arrived, and it was in November, it was raining, it was a miserable day, it was cold and wet, but we still fell in love with the place. And towards the end of our work interview, we said to the owners, we will see you soon, because if you don't give us a job, we'll still come here in our motorhome and we will stay on the site just like any other visitor. So yeah, I would say go with your heart, go with your gut, shop around, but if you find this site which you love, and if there is a pitch you like, go for it. Because nice pitches sell quickly, they are very popular. Often sites have waiting lists of people waiting for a seasonal pitch in this particular place. Yeah, so go with your gut feeling, but do your maths first. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, ask me in the comments and I will answer them. If you have ideas for other videos, maybe you are thinking of a similar lifestyle, maybe you are thinking about living in a caravan or working on a caravan inside, let me know if there is anything I can help you with. I've been doing it for 4 years now. I love it more and more. I'm not going back home, so I will be here and I will be posting more videos for you. See you in the next one. I hope you've subscribed already. Thank you very much for watching. Take care and good luck. Bye.